Hello, sir. Hello. Sir, Ayanda, sir. Hello.
Am I audible, sir?
Sir, little
Hello?
bit louder.
I'm audible, sir? Hello?
Yeah. Now it is almost okay. Can you try for
Okay,
some
sir.
more louder?
1 second, I will increase the volume, sir. Now, sir, check.
Yeah.
Oh,
So actually, we are waiting for my vice chairman to join, sir, and also
okay,
my
sir.
dean. So we'll wait for some more time, sir. Actually, this is some break time for my students.
Okay, fine, sir.
So please bear with us, and
Okay,
once
fine.
everything is ready, we will start the session.
Okay, sir. Fine.
Sir, Raghavendra sir. Options.
Sir.
Sir, for something.
Sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. Try can switch on your video, sir. Thank you. Sir, sir, Dean, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, Dean, sir. Prasad, sir. Hello. Dean, sir. Sir, Dean, sir. Sir, okay, 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 sir. Sir, మీ లాగిన్ నేమ్ ఏముంది సార్? So, very good morning to all. It's within a few minutes, we'll start the workshop. So, please bear with us as we are doing some settings. And welcome, sir. Dean, sir, Dean of CSE, Dr. BMG Prasad, sir. The beloved Vice Chairman, sir, Sri M. Ramesh Naidu, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Shabana ma'am, are you ready? Shall we start the proceedings? Shabana madam, please respond. Shabana ma'am. Ma'am, are you ready? Are you ready?
Hello. Check. Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I kindly request my Dean of CSC, Dr. Prasad sir, to switch on your video for some time. Vice Chairman, sir, to please switch on your video for some time, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And I request my Dean of CSA also to switch on your video, sir. Okay. So, very good morning to all. Respected Vice Chairman, Sri M. Ramesh Naidu Garu, Anantalakshmi Institute of Technology and Sciences, Anantapur. Respected Dean of CSE, Dr. BMG Prasad Garu, Anantalakshmi Institute of Today's resource person, Dr. Raghavendra Kulkarni, my good friend from Geetham Deemed to be University, Hyderabad. And also, I welcome all my students for the one-day workshop on the available networks using Arduino. So, conducting on 7th March 2024, organized by Department of CSE and Allied Branch. Of you for today's one-day workshop. My Dean of CSE, Dr. BMG Prasad Garu, to give an introductory speech for the workshop. I kindly request my Dean of CSE, Dr. BMG Prasad Garu, to give an introductory.
Thank you very much, sir. Excellent, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, respected
Please, sir, please.
Vice Chairman, sir, Mahesh Naidu, sir, and my dear Department HOD, Dr. Muralidhar, sir, and today's resource person, Dr. Raghavendra, sir, from Geetham University, my dear colleagues, my dear students, good morning all of you all. So, it is my privilege to give my other speech on this available networks on Arduino. Yes, my dear students, the knowledge updation on current technologies is very much required when the years are passing on. So you might have seen, you might have observed that a lot of technologies have been taking place in current trends. So we, the people here, always for providing such kind of new technologies and new knowledge and latest technologies and updations. So I request all the students to take this opportunity to learn and to note down certain points to be remembered, and we'll be discussing later on in the department. So what we have gone through with the respective resource person, Dr. Ravindra sir. Okay. So all the best, my dear students. Sir, my sincere thank you, Ravindra sir, for accepting our request and sparing your valuable time for our students, for our college. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words. I hope with your words, our students will be motivated and will be sincere in participating in this workshop, and also they will gain a good amount of knowledge on Arduino and IoT. Thank you so much, sir, for your introductory speech.
Yes,
And
yes, sir.
now I kindly request my respected Vice Chairman, Sri M. Ramesh Naidu Garu, to have a few words on this workshop.
Thank you, Murli sir. First, I would like to thank Raghavendra Garu, Dr. Raghavendra Garu, for accepting our invitation
Thank you,
to be
sir.
as a speaker for the available networks using Arduino workshop. Thank you, sir. And I would like to appreciate and congratulate CSE HOD Muralidhar sir and his team for organizing this kind of program. So I expect all the students to take this program seriously and get the knowledge, which in turn will help you in your career. And I once again congratulate all the CSE department for conducting these kind of programs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your supporting words. And now I request my faculty, Shabana ma'am, to introduce today's resource person, Sri Raghavendra Kulkarni Garu.
Good morning, sir. Dr. Raghavendra Kulkarni pursued Master of Computer Applications in 2004 to 2007 from Vishveshwaraya Technological University, Belagavi, Karnataka. He obtained PhD in 2021 from Bhagwat University, Ajmer. He published various research papers in reputed national and international peer-reviewed journals, Scopus and WOS. and presented various abstracts in national and international conferences. To his credit, presently he has one patent and authored one book. He worked as reviewer for various national and international conferences. He is the life member of IAENG, IFERP. His areas of research interest are software-defined networks, QoS, and IoT cloud. Research interest at present he is serving as assistant professor Department of CSE School of Sciences, Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management, Dean to the University Hyderabad campus. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Raghavendra sir, welcome for the session.
Oh,
And
thank you, sir.
before going to start the actual session, please give a brief, simple words about the session.
Yeah.
Later, we'll start the actual session.
Okay, sir. Fine. So thank you, Murali sir, and thank you, uh, Ramesh Naidu sir and BMG Prasad sir for providing this opportunity for me to take this workshop on the available networks using Arduino. So this particular session is mainly focused on the basic concept related to IoT and some particular introductory aspects related to the Arduino. And later on in future, if it is possible, we will be having a in-house workshop where we are actually going to see that how you are able to do the Arduino integration with the IoT. And this is just a basic introductory part to the IoT and how you can understand this particular technology and how you can do the different kind of programming using the Arduino things.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And before going to start the actual session, let me propose a vote of thanks to first and foremost to my vice chairman, sir, Sri M. Ramesh Naidu garu, who is always behind us and supporting us a lot in conducting these type of workshops. And thanks a lot, sir, from the Department of CSE for always being a supporting hand for us. Thank you so much, sir. And also, I thank my principal, Sri Ramurthy Garu, for supporting the department in all aspects, and allowing us, giving permissions, and providing the necessary infrastructure for conducting this workshop. Thank you, sir, principal, sir. And also, I thank my dean of CSC, Dr. BMG Prasad Garu, who is always there for us and giving his valuable sessions and supporting us for conducting various types of activities in the department. Thank you, Professor. And also, I thank my friend and today's resource person, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni Garu, for accepting my request and acting as a resource person for the today's workshop. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
And
My
now,
pleasure. For it.
with all the delegates' permission, now we'll start the session. Now the session is yours, sir. Please
Okay, sir.
start your session.
Okay, sir. Okay. I'm
Yes.
sharing the screen, sir.
Yeah, please.
Second, sir. This, let me open this tab. Okay. Chrome tab. Not shareable, sir. Right.
So try to share.
Yeah, yeah. Put that. This has to be disabled. The window is not coming.
So,
Coming. Share the audio. This PPT is not coming, sir. Maybe the issue with this. One second. So now is it shareable, sir? Is it visible, sir? Murali, sir. Hello?
Not yet, sir. Not yet.
Is it visible now?
No, 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 not yet.
Sir. Now, sir.
No, sir. I'm sorry, but not yet.
Oh, here it is showing, but there it is not opening. One second. Now, sir.
Yes. Now
Oh,
I'm getting.
oh, fine, sir.
Yes.
So,
Once you run the PPT, sir,
okay, sir.
play it.
Is it coming, sir?
1 second. No, sir. Can you press once F5?
Yeah.
No, no, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. It is not playing it. Can you
Now?
once press this third button under the last menu? Scroll bar is there, na? Horizontal scroll bar. There are 3 buttons available. 1, 2, 3. Near the zoom button, there is one button. Play the PPT.
Yeah.
Or press F5, sir. F5. Yes, yes. వచ్చిందా? No, sir. It is again the sharing is gone. Hello, sir. Can you try Alt F5 after sharing? So sharing is gone, sir. We will start the session, sir. We can start. Once try Alt F5, sir. If not coming, no problem. We'll start the session. Vishnath is not. Sir, once try with Alt F5. Else, you can start the session, sir. I request all the students to switch off your videos and mute yourself. Sir, Ryan sir, you can start right now. Hello. Ravindra sir, are you listening? Raghavendra sir. Hello. Yes. Sir, you can proceed now, sir. Raghavendra sir, you can proceed now. Phone. Raven sir, am
Yes,
I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Now share your
Now,
screen and start the session.
okay. Now it's okay, sir.
Sir, but screen is not sharing.
Screen is not coming. Issue with this. One second, sir. Okay.
Sir, there will be three dots
Yes, sir. Yes.
underneath the screen. Press once those three dots.
Okay.
A menu will be opened.
Uh,
Then, oh no, 1 second. You have an arrow button there. Underneath, you have one audio, video button. One CC will be there. One emoji will be there.
Yes.
Then you have
Present. This
yes.
one.
Click on
This
it.
one.
Click
But here this file is not
click on
visible,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. Click it, sir.
Once click on it, then
Uh,
entire screen. There will be three options: Chrome tab, window, entire screen.
Entire screen. Okay.
Yes, press entire screen
Uh,
and press on the screen symbol,
okay. Share.
share.
Okay, fine. Now we'll share.
Yes.
Now it is
Now,
coming, sir.
now it is coming. Yes, super.
Okay.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir. Please proceed.
Thank you. Okay. So here in this one, in this session, we will see what is the history of the IoT, IoT definition, how IoT works, what is an example of Internet of Things devices, and the benefits, IoT benefits to the organizations, and why the IoT is so important in today's particular era, and what are the IoT applications, and what challenges do we face for the IoTs, and what are its advantages and what are its disadvantages. So before we proceed to the IoT, so how this particular IoT is being emerged. So this term, the Internet of Things, was first used by Kevin Aston during the work at the Procter and Gamble, which became widely accepted. And this term is been mentioned in the various publications from 2004, 2005, 2000. What we call officially, this is been, we will say that this IoT has been born in 2008, but still in the past it was used, but it was not so much popular among the people and among the communities and the organizations, so that we can use this term commercially. So the commercial availability of this thing is being populated since from 2008. So the definition of IoT is, so it is a interrelated computing devices, the mechanical and the digital machines, the objects or the animals or the people that are provided with the unique identifiers and the ability to transfer the data over a network without requiring a human to human or a human to computer interaction. So here what we'll say is, so when we try to connect to the internet, so earlier we used to connect using a desktop or a laptop. So that we will call it as a human to computer interaction. So now what we are doing is, instead of connecting with a particular laptop or a desktop to the internet, what if we can connect the particular the things that we use in a day-to-day life. So if we try to connect those particular things, how those particular things can get the maximum benefit of the internet, and if they are trying to connect those particular things to the internet, then those particular things will be working seamlessly without the human intervention. So this is the basic idea of the Internet of Things, where we are trying to connect the things. The things means any particular devices which we are using, or any particular machines or object that we are using on a day-to-day basis. So that we are trying to connect to the internet and trying to use that particular devices remotely and getting the maximum benefit from the internet without a maximum intervention from the human. So how does when we are saying that we can connect the particular things to the internet and try to use it remotely and without more intervention from the human beings. So let us understand how this particular IoT will work. So here there are four particular elements in the IoT. So the first thing are the sensors or devices. So these sensors or the devices are responsible for collecting your particular data. And the second one is the connectivity. So that connectivity means when these sensors or the devices are collecting your particular data, so these should be sent to the cloud, and at that particular cloud platform, we are trying to process the particular data. Then there is a fourth particular element, that is the user interface. So user interface is the one from where the user is trying to give the instructions to the particular machine to do certain control, or he is saying, or he is setting such reminders or alarms to this particular sensor or a device to work on a time to time basis. So what actually the sensor or a devices are? So these sensors or devices are the key components that help to collect the live data from the surrounding environment. So all this particular data may have the various levels of complexities. So like it could be a simple temperature monitoring sensor, or it may be in the form of a video feed, or it may be any alarming system, or it may be any what we call the number of steps that you have moved that data, or another thing can be the number of vehicles which are passed from a particular toll at a given period of time. So this can be also be. So here what we are doing is we are trying to collect the particular data using those particular sensors which are being installed at the various particular levels, so that these data will be sent to a particular platform. Usually we will processing this one using a cloud one. Then on the basis of that particular processing, we are trying to generate certain reports based on these particular data what we have collected. Then the connectivity. So here, once the sensors are collecting the data, so this collected data is sent to a cloud infrastructure. So the sensor should be connected to the cloud using the various mediums of the communication. So it can be like a Bluetooth, it can be a Wi-Fi, or it can be a WAN, or it can be a mobile network, or it can be a satellite network, or it can be a virtual private network, or it can be any dedicated network, any particular kind of communication medium or a communication channel that we are using, so that using this particular connectivity, the seamless working of these sensors can be made available at the various points, at the various levels. The diversity will be there. So everywhere we cannot go and use the mobile network, or everywhere we cannot use the internet network. So sometimes we need to change this network depending on the geographical complexity of those particular sensors where actually we have installed those things. So it can be a Wi-Fi, it can be a Bluetooth, it can be any particular communication medium. So this communication medium is responsible for transferring the collected data from the sensors to a cloud infrastructure. So once this particular collected data is being transferred to a cloud infrastructure, the software performs the processing on the gathered data. So whatever the data that we have collected from a particular point, so that data is being now processed. So the process can just checking the temperature or reading on the devices like the ACs or the heaters. However, it can sometimes also be very complex, like identifying the objects using the computer vision or on the video. So then user interface. This is the very much prominent one. So the information needs to be available to the end user in some way, which can be achieved by triggering the alarms on their particular phones or sending them the notification through the email or the text message. Whatever the information that we have collected from the sensors and the devices that we have passed to a cloud infrastructure using a connected medium or a connected network. Then at the third stage, we have processed that one. So now that information is available to the user in the form of a report or a notification or a text message or an email, so that the user will understand how the particular things are moving or run. So the user sometimes might need an interface which actively checks their IoT system. For example, the user has a camera installed in his particular home. He wants to access the video recording and all the feeds with the help of a web browser. So if you see here, the user is at a remote place and he has installed a particular CCTV at his particular home, and now he wants to access that particular video feed or a video recording of that particular CCTV. So this can be possible with the help of this particular IoT mechanism or a IoT architecture. Then before moving further, so I want to ask you, all of you, so how many of you are having the smartwatches with you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Right.
Hello?
Sir, tell me, sir.
How many of you are wearing the smartwatches? Hello? Am I audible? Hello? Hello, sir.
Hello. Sir, tell me, sir. Audible, sir.
How many of the students are wearing the smartwatches?
Nowadays, all are using
Yeah.
smartwatches.
So anyone can explain how this particular smartwatch is working? So how this smartwatch is working? Any any idea of how this particular? Any idea of how this smartwatch is working? Anyone knows? Hello? No idea? So we will take that one in further session. So let's move further. So, so what is an example of the Internet of Things device? So here if you can see, a light bulb that can be switched on using a smartphone app is an IoT device. So here we are using a motion sensor or a smart thermostat in your office or a connected street light. So this street light can also be connected to a used as a IoT device where at that time you can set a timing like at what time it should switch on, at what time it should switch off in the morning. So like this sort of alarms or this sort of settings you can do with this particular IoT things. And a motion sensor. Motion sensor usually it detects any object movement, and a smart thermostat where it is maintaining a unified heat mechanism in your office or in your home also. Then an IoT device could be as a child toy or as serious as a driverless car or a truck. So see the what we call the diversity of this particular IoT devices from a small child toy to a particular driverless truck or a car. So this means it's a wide range of applications or a wide range of devices can be used as IoT devices, as small as a child's toy to as small as big as a driverless car. Some larger objects may themselves be filled with many smaller IoT components, such as a jet engine that's now filled with a thousand of sensors collecting and transmitting the data back to make sure that it is operating efficiently. So larger objects will be having a smaller IoT components. So the purpose of these IoT components to make sure that the particular data can be with the help of sensors, the data can be collected and they are transmitting back to the particular cloud infrastructure. So the benefit for the organizations for using the IoT is so they can monitor the overall business processes and they can improve the customer experience and save the time and money and enhance the employee productivity and integrate and adapt the business models so and make the better business decisions and generate the more revenue. So if a particular organization is adopting a various IoT kind of things in its particular operations, they can be getting a benefits in terms of overall all these listed kind of things. Then a big question, why we are dealing with the IoT and why it is so much of important in nowadays to go for understanding how IoT works. And so over the past years, so the IoT has become the one of the most prominent and important technologies. So now that we can connect the everyday objects like your particular kitchen appliances, your cars, your thermostats, and other particular things to the internet. So that connection mechanism can be using embedded devices or particular direct connection or any particular mechanism that we are using. So this particular connection is possible between the people, processes, and the things. So earlier it was between the particular machine and to the people, machine to human to computer mechanism was there. So now it is being expanded as you can also connect the processes and the things to the internet. So earlier it was only for the people. So now as we are growing further, so this particular technology now is being expanded to connect the processes and the things to the internet. So you can connect any particular things like your cars, your kitchen appliances, your particular monitors, any particular thing to the internet remotely. And you can interact and you can give the commands to these particular connected devices from anywhere. It's not necessary that you should be physically present to control and to see that how that particular connected device is working. So by means of the low cost computing, the cloud, the big data, the analytics, and the mobile technologies, the physical things can share and collect the data with the minimal human intervention. So here, what we will observe is, so when we go for the technologies like the cloud and the big data and the analytics, the physical things, so whatever the physical things that we are trying to connect and share, so they can work seamlessly with the minimal human intervention without much particular instructions is being given or done by the human beings. So there are various particular applications for the IoT. So nowadays you can see that ranging from a smaller devices to a larger things. So here the range is so wide, and here we have only listed some of the uh, main particular applications that we can use with the IoT and connect to the particular thing. So here we have a smart thermostats, then we have a connected car and activity trackers. So these activity trackers which you are usually wearing on your particular arms as a smartwatches, and you have a parking sensors also, and connected health, and the big one, the smart city. So once the thing here is that, so when we are connecting so many particular devices and the particular things to the internet, what sort of challenges that we face here? So here there is no standardized kind of thing till now for the IoT, because why the standardization is still not possible is because the diversity of the devices that we are connecting from. So here we don't have a fixed kind of devices that can be connected to the internet. Here the devices can range from a small one to a larger particular pool. So here if you try to make this as a standardized protocol or a standardized set of connectivity kind of thing, so it will be a very complex kind of thing to go with this. So here, the challenges what we are presently facing is the insufficient testing and the updating, the concern regarding the data security and the privacy, and the software complexity, and the data volumes and the interpretation, then the integration with the AI and the automation. So the devices, once
Raghavendra sir. Hello. Raghavendra sir.
Is it visible now? Sir?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Sorry for the interruption. So there was a network issue and some disturbance was there.
It's okay, sir.
Okay. Now moving further, here we are. So IoT applications. So here we have smart thermostats, the connected cars, the activity trackers, and the parking sensors, and the smart city. So what sort of challenges are there for the Internet of Things? So here, this one we have seen. So challenges are insufficient testing and updating. Big challenge is about your data security and privacy, and the software complexity, and the data volumes, and the interpretation. So why it is software complexity means because we are connecting from various particular devices. So those particular devices will be having a different uh, softwares with them. Then the whatever the data and the things that we are collecting, so those are having a larger volumes, and interpretation of that one will be a bigger task. And here the big challenge is for the integration with the AI and the automation because of the heterogeneity nature of the IoT devices. When we try to integrate it with the various AI applications and the automation, so it is very much difficult for to get these things done with the automation and the AI technologies. So another particular challenge is whatever the device that you are connecting to the internet, so those particular devices require a constant power supply, which is a very much a difficult task. So this another thing what we are seeing here is the interaction and a short range communication. So here we need to either use a proper network which can be so much diversified and which can connect to the various kind of things, or the available particular network topologies or the available network that we use then that are of short range in communication, and the interaction between these particular things for the data sharing and for the communication, it will become a little bit complex as and when we try to expand these devices. And again, when we have the challenges for the IoT, we have the advantages of the IoT. So what are the advantages? So the advantages are the ability to access the information from anywhere at any time on any particular device. So the improved communication between the connected electronic devices. Then the transferring of the data packets over a connected network, saving the time and the money. Then automating the task, helping to improve the quality of the business services and reducing the need for the human intervention. So more particular kind of thing we are seeing here in the IoT is of the kind of automation. So once it is been set, so these devices has to work on itself without much instructions or a much human intervention. So when we have the advantages, so we have the disadvantages also. So the disadvantages are, as the number of the connected devices increases and more information is shared between the devices, the potential that a hacker could steal the confidential information also increases. So here, one thing that we want to discuss here is, uh, if we are connecting a particular desktop or a laptop to the internet, so we will be having a particular address. So what that particular address is of that particular desktop or a laptop? Anybody? Hello? 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 Hello, sir?
Sir, audible, sir. Audible, sir. Proceed, sir.
If we are connecting a desktop or a laptop to the internet, so there is a particular address which is associated to that particular desktop or a laptop. So what is that address is? What it is called as? Hello? Anybody? You can unmute and tell yourself. Hello? So that particular address, we are calling it as a IP address. So that IP address uniquely identifies that particular device, that will be either a desktop or a laptop, by the internet. So in the same sense, if we are trying to connect the various kind of things, as we are dealing with the IoT, Internet of Things. So if we connect the billions of things or the devices to the internet, how these particular devices will be identified by the internet? This is the major question. If you are connecting a laptop or a desktop, so that particular laptop or a desktop will be uniquely identified by a particular unique IP address. Now we have so many particular things or the devices or the other things that we are connecting to the internet. Now the questions come like how that particular devices can be identified by the internet. Anybody know this particular answer? Hello?
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, is anybody asked any question, sir?
No, I'm only asking the questions.
Okay. Students, will you please respond?
No problem. So we'll move further. So enterprises may eventually have to deal with the massive numbers that may be even in the millions of the IoT devices. And collecting and managing the data from all those particular devices is a challenging task. So how the particular thing or how the internet will identify these devices, how that particular device's data will be processed, because we have so many, almost everything is now connected to the internet. So if everything is connected to the internet, so the volume of data that is being generated at the internet site is huge. To how that particular mechanism can be designed so that that particular enormous or a voluminous data can be processed and can be produced within a shorter span of time to produce the results. So that is a very much challenging job now. So if there is any error or any bug in the system, it is likely that every connected device will become connected. So if although your particular device or a particular thing that you are connected is working fine and not having any particular what we call error or a bug, but because you are connected to the internet and over the internet, if there is another thing or another device which is being corrupted and there is a bug in the system, so that bug will be seamlessly transferred to your particular thing or your particular device. So this is a drawback that presently what we are facing. Since there is no international standard of compatibility for the IoT, so it is difficult for the devices from the different to communicate with the each other. So here we have this particular kind of thing. So there is no particular compatibility or a standardization of the IoT devices. Why? Because almost we are connecting from a smaller to smaller device and to larger device to the internet. So how we can go for a particular standardization for such particular devices? So it is very difficult for to go for this standardization kind of or standardization kind of protocols or standardized kind of architectures for the IoT so that they can interact and communicate with the one another using a particular standardized kind of thing. So yeah, and it will become very much difficult for the particular internet what we call maintainers to go for doing a kind of thing and collecting the managing the data from such huge enormous kind of thing and to manage this particular data with seamless integration of different kind of things and to see that this particular data can be processed and it can be produced as a result to the end user within a shorter span of time so that the user will not face any kind of what we call any kind of delay, any kind of thing in his particular thing. So this is what we actually see. And when we have a new technology for the adoption, so it will be having advantages and the disadvantages also. So when we have advantages of the IoT, like in the form of everything and anything that you are supposed to connect to the internet, that is the so easy to tell. So anything that we are trying to connect to the internet, it's very easy. Just we can connect. But when we're trying to connect, so what are the things that, what are the disadvantages that we are facing at the internet side and at a particular user side? That also we need to see. When we are connecting, there is no particular what we call standardized protocols or standardized security measures. So our particular devices or our particular things can be easily hackable or easily crackable by the crackers, because we don't have a security kind of mechanism still for the IoT. So there are some particular vendors which are providing a security kind of mechanism, but that too is not so much efficient, so that that can safeguard your particular devices, that can safeguard your things and devices from the not going to in the hands of the hackers. Then we will have a what we call a particular video on this particular thing. So how this, what is a IoT? हेलो। हाँ, वो वीडियो में हिंदी है सर, बच्चों को। हाँ, 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 इसलिए मैं पूछा आपके बच्चों को हिंदी एटलीस्ट। क्यों बोले तो ये बहुत सिंपल है, इसलिए समझ में आता बोल के मैं हिंदी का डाला। हाँ, तो ये आ रहा है सर, ऑडियो आ रहा है? ओके, फाइन, 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 हाँ। So I hope that most of the things are clear now regarding the IoT and all. So if you have any questions, you may ask now. Sir, Murali sir. Hello, sir. Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. If you have any questions, please ask. Anything related to IoT and the. Hello.
Sir, hello. Okay, sound.
Anybody?
Sir,
Anybody
yes, sir.
want? Anybody
Sound
want
like
to ask any particular questions related to this?
తగ్గించు. So, dear students, if you have any queries, please, sir is available. So, if you have any queries, please go forward. If you have any queries, please unmute yourself and you can pose your query to the resource person. Or you can post in the chat box also.
Yeah, that will be also okay.
So, students, if you have any queries, please post in the chat box.
So this is the reason why the IoT has been emerging, sir. Because people are not talking, that's why the devices are connecting and talking.
Exactly.
People are not ready to talk, sir.
Yes.
That's why devices are connecting themselves and they are talking.
They are talking in
That's
on
why the
behalf
new
of us.
technologies are coming.
Exactly.
Things are connecting and things are talking. Yeah. Anybody?
So communication skills are developing for the things, not for the humans.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So students, if you have any queries, please put your query to the resource person or you can type in the chat box. Or anybody, faculty who is there in the workshop can also pose any questions. Faculties also can pose your questions to the resource person. So we'll wait one more minute, sir. Otherwise, we'll wind up the session.
Fine, sir. Fine. Okay.
So anyone is there? At least CRs and GRs from each section. Pose one question. CRs and GRs. CRs and GRs or any faculty, do you have any questions? Shavana ma'am. Phones. Shavana ma'am, hello.
Sir?
Ma'am, can we wind up? So, because we
Okay,
are not
sir.
getting any queries from the students.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Finally, we came for the end of the session for today's workshop. And once again, I thank my friend Dr. Raghavendra Kulkarni,
It's my pleasure, sir.
Assistant Professor. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for providing me such an opportunity to
Yes,
give
and also,
some bit of knowledge which I gained in Geetam to your students. So it's a
yes,
great opportunity that you have provided me. Thank you for
thanks a
that.
lot. And we are
And
honored to have you as the resource person.
yeah,
And
I also
because,
thank the management of Anantalakshmi Engineering College and also your vice president and your dean and HOD and all. And thank you for providing.
sure,
And we
sir.
will look forward such more workshops in
Definitely,
the
sir.
future also.
Definitely, sir. We look forward for more collaborations, and also we expect you physically come to my
Yeah,
institution,
sure,
and
sir,
I
sure,
welcome you.
sure, sure, sure.
So, if time permits, please visit my institution once,
Okay, sir, sure.
and let's have a coffee again.
Yes, sir, sure, sir. It's my pleasure. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So, thanks a lot, and thank you for my faculty and my students for joining and supporting the session. Thanks a lot, and thank you, sir. Raghun sir. See
Sign,
you.
sir,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. Session end.